Okay guys, it's me. Right, this is a bit of an impromptu video. I wasn't planning on making it, but I've been asked by Steve Mottram. Now Steve's been a bit naughty and he sent me some stuff which I've already thanked him for, and we've had conversations. Anyway, he said, I said I'll get you back. He said no, don't get me back. You know. He said, could I do a video on how I paint faces, because he's getting ready to throw his figures up the wall, which I told him don't do that because it's practice and it's nothing but practice. The way I do mine at the moment is, it's not brilliant, it's not the best, but it works for where I am at with my figures. I'm doing a dio at the moment and I'm doing about 20 figures, so it works for me. It might not work for other people. Once I've got this dio out of the way, then I want to start practicing more with my oils, because at the moment I've found it easier to use acrylics. I mean, I've got this paint set, I've had it for a while, and it's give you all the different flesh tones. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm only using technically 1, 2, 3, 4 colours like this set, just for me. But it's a very basic way of painting faces, but it gives you detail. It helps the detail stand out. Let me see if I can find a figure. Hang on. As you can tell, I'm well planned with this. Let me have a look. I think that's one that's been painted with the acrylics. Now I'm going to zoom this in. I mean, it might not work, I don't know, but we'll see if I can. I have to move it so it'll be a bit wobbly. Of course, then it might get dark, so I don't know. Now, focus or not? Is it going to focus? I need more light on it. So no, I don't know if you can see that. But let's go. I don't know. There you go. Try that. You can get some of the features, and it's a bit, but it's enough for what I need. Oh god, this is hard. I'm trying to look at a little screen. It's enough for what I need for me dio. Okay, so oh hang on, what am I? Yeah, so there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and combine this with some photos, because obviously working close up isn't going to work very well. So, but yeah, so this is a quick video. Put that back in the box. Just come back that wrong way. Yeah, so this is going to be a quick video on how I paint the faces. I'm not saying it's the right way, I'm not saying it's the wrong way. I don't think there can be a right or wrong way. So that's the introduction to it. I've already partly primed the figure. There's no point, I'm only doing the top half. So I've primed him, it's just a random figure that I've got spare. So I've primed it. So now, all I do now is I use this. Now what I use is I'm assuming, yeah, flesh base at this set. Give it a bit of a shake. So basically, just hang on a sec. I just got to put my silly goggles on because I can't see because I'm blind. Right. So you just paint the face. Just give it a slap it on. It's just a base coat. So now you see, let that dry. I might put another coat on depending on how thick it's gone on. Okay, so I did say I'd try and do it step by step. So what I'll do is, obviously I'll come back in a few seconds when it's dry. So Okay guys, right, the face is dry, it needed a quick second coat, so I'll give it a second coat. Now, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to zoom in again, so just bear with me. Right, so it's going to be a bit harder now because of the stand, but I don't know if you can see, but on the eyes, I mean I've done a photo, so, oh god, where are we? There is a photo, but that's not going to focus. Is it going to focus? If I hold it now, hang on, where am I? There you go. I don't know if you can see on the eyes. On the eyes, yeah, it looks like some weirdo now. He's got big whites of his eyes, big white eyes, but like a cartoon character. Okay. Now, what I've done is, because of the whites of his eyes, as it were, I watched a video once and somebody said that the whites of the eyes aren't actually white. It's too bright. So what I use for that, for the white part of the eyes, is I used, as part of this paint set again, that paint set, I'm not going to zoom out because it's a pain, right, that paint set there, I used the, you're not going to read that out because it's worn out. Basically it's the Flesh 2 degree light, so it's the lightest one there. Okay, so now what I do now is, this is where it starts getting really tricky. Now I don't know, I might just zoom out because there's no point having it zoomed in because you're not going to see me do it. But anyway, what I do now is, there it is, that's glossy black, I don't want gloss black. Take a little bit, only a little bit of just black paint, right? You only need a little dot of black paint. Okay, there's my brush. Now I've got a 20-0 brush. Now this is where it can be awkward, so try and be, take a little bit of time with this because otherwise I end up looking all coggy-eyed, which and some of my figures do, and it's quite funny. So anyway, I've got my special goggles on again. I'll put a picture of me on a minute with them on. Anyway, a little bit of paint on the brush. Now this is where it gets interesting because you can find it's easier because you can do one side, okay, but working so. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, I don't know, I'm going to try and zoom in, but it might not work. But I will take like I said, I will take a photo. No, it's not gonna have it, is it? Right, but what I'll do is I'll take a photo of the picture that I've just took. I've just painted. I don't know, see, I'm looking at a small screen, so I don't know what you can see and what you can't. But I've just put 2 dots. Now I'll take a photo, I'm going to stop this again, I'll take a photo so that you can follow each stage by stage. Alright, so I'll just stop this pause this for a quick second while I take a photo. I'll be back. Okay, right. So, the base is on, the eyes have been whited, for want of a better word, and the pupils have been put in. So now, what I do now is, I've got this one now, which technically is colour, well basically it's Flesh Base 2 degree. but it's darker. So I mean I can go darker sometimes, but we'll go with this one for now. So this one, what I do with this one is, now with this colour, let me just try and zoom in. I know it's a bit in and out, but we'll see if we can get somewhere with it. Right, where am I? I'm trying to look at the screen. So, okay, so this one now we will do the eyes. So under the eyebrows, down the side of the nose, so you get that line that goes in the side of your nose, under the nose and under the bottom lip, across the top of the forehead, down the back of the ears, in the ears, and then under the chin and around the back of the neck. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with this. Oh, I've gone wrong way. That's what I do with this colour. Right, so just bear with me a second. I'll you know, I've never done one of these kind of videos before. This is quite new for me. So I hope it's not boring you to death. Anyway, I've got my fancy goggles on again. So now a little bit of paint on the brush. I'm using a 10-0 now for this. But with this as well now, you try and get the shape of the eye. And I tend to, I can mess this up quite a lot, so I do tend to have to redo the face again, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, see, you've got a bit of a video of me, probably the back of my head and the old paint brushes, but yeah, I don't know the way of doing it unless I just keep stopping the video, but I could do. Well, we'll see. But anyway, yeah. So you kind of go for that eye shape if you can do it. See, I always seem to struggle with this, with the right eye, as they say. I for some reason I tend to struggle with it. Yeah, but it is what it is. In the words of Switcher, I suppose it is what it is. I mean, everybody has their own ways of doing stuff. I mean, some people are probably looking at this, watching this video and going, "What the hell's he doing?" But it works for me. So, you know, top of the forehead is because obviously when you put your hat on or whatever sort, you're going to get some kind of shadow. So, you know, that's what that is. Around the side of the head. Just a little flick inside the ear. Inside the other ear. And the back of the ears. Under the chin, where the shadow is, to be fair, you know, under the chin, his neck, it's just practice, 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 practice. That's the way I look at it, you know, but it's like everything in it. Just practice, practice, practice. Right, so what I'll do, I've done that. So that's probably really boring actually watching me paint. I don't know if you can actually see any difference now, because I'm trying to work on a. Hang on a second, I've got an idea. try it this way. Right, where are we? Okay, very professional again, aren't I? No, it's just making it worse, isn't it? Oh, hang on, try that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but again, I will put a photo. So, but that's with the darker shade. So I'll give that a chance to dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, right. Ow. My thing's just falling on my nose. Right. So now we put the highlights in. And with this one I use highlight highlight the flesh 1 degree light. Okay. So I use the 2 degree for the eyes and the 1 degree then for the highlighting, which then does things like the middle of the forehead, the cheek. I'm pointing to my face for. Where's my stick? Oh, there it is. This one now does basically. I don't know what you can see and what you can't. It's quite difficult, isn't it? Small screen. But this one now do the bridge of the nose, the tops of your cheeks, the chin, your forehead, and I try sometimes and blend it in for the rest of the cheeks. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I do next. Give that a bit of a quick shake. Doesn't take long to dry with this paint either, it's quite good. So like I said, we do the highlighting of the cheeks, the top of the nose, we do the other cheek, we do the chin, yeah, top of, oh my good grief, I'm popular. Yeah, the forehead, and now it probably sounds ridiculous. It actually looks like you're putting Indian war paint on. But it does bring out the features. It's quite strange, you know. It looks a bit like an Indian with war paint on. Yeah, so again, here we go. Try again, shall I? I don't know what you can see and what you actually can't. Whether you can see any of the features or not, I don't know. But again, like I said, there'll be keep saying photos. You'll be watching the video, so you're going to see that. So that's where I'm at with that. Okay. What I do now is I pick. Make it that I'll do him with black hair. So now you've got to do his eyebrows and the hair. Okay, so it's his eyebrows. So for that, just move that back. Another dot of black paint. Just one drop. There you go. Actually, tell you what I'll do before I do that. I will take a photo of that. So I'll be back in this. I'll stop this again and put a photo. Right then, eyebrows. What brush is it? Nice. Yeah, that'll do. I've got a 10-0 brush again, the one I've been using. So put a little bit of paint on here. Now this is where it can go horribly wrong. It does many times. So it's a case of a little bit of paint on there. Yeah, it probably looks like one of the Marx Brothers, but let's just have a drop of water. Make it a bit thinner. Right. Yeah, it definitely looks like one of the Marx Brothers now. Yeah, I'll need to touch that up a bit. Yeah, I'll definitely touch his eye. Give him a cigar and a suit. He could be Groucho Marx. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll just touch that up a bit. Make them a little bit thinner. But yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so that's, see, you're not going to see him, but you will see him on the photos. So there you go. He's sorted now. So now, so I've done all the shading, the highlighting, the eyebrows, the eyes, the hair, the back. Now, this is how I do it, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like it. I have this. Now, I can't remember. I think it's Games Workshop. I'll put it in one of my own bottles, but I can't remember the thing. But it's like a flesh wash. Okay? So basically, all I do now is a couple of drops of this. In there. Alright? I'm trying to think. I think it was Games Workshop anyway, but it's a flesh wash that I've got. Okay? A couple of drops of water. 1, 2, just to water it down a little bit. Take a brush. Yeah, take the brush, just put my glasses back on again, and then just basically wash it over. And what this does, see, I used to use this before I started painting highlights and stuff, and this picks out the features more, but because you've got the shading as well, it helps pick out the features, but then your highlights that you've done help it, if that makes sense. So that won't take long to dry, and when it's dry, that's basically it. That's all it is that I do my faces. Popular today. So I don't know if you're going to see that while it's wet. So until I look on my computer screen, I don't know what you can see. But that's basically how I do my faces. So, but once that's dry, I'll do it up properly, and then I'll come back to you for the, what you call it. So, but that's basically it. That's how I do my faces. It's not difficult, but then it's not as good as some other people's. I mean, some people do their faces and they're absolutely. But that's where I am with it at the moment. I'm starting to use shade, whereas before I used to paint the face a flesh colour, and then paint it with that wash, and you know, and that was it. But now I tend to be trying a bit more. But like I said, it's how you progress. It's, you know, as Switcher would say, it is what it is. So anyway, that's it. I think that's it. So I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'll have an update soon on my Normandy based dio, and hopefully I'll tidy my bench up a little bit as well. Anyway guys, I'll catch you soon. Bye. There you go folks, I'm hoping you can see that. That is my finished face. So I'm hoping you can see it. There will be a photo of it, obviously. But yeah, so that's how I do faces. So, but I think I said goodbye in the last clip, but I'm going to say goodbye again. So there you go. I just thought I'd better put that on there so you can see it. I think that works. Flipping heck, every time I start recording. Right. Anyway, that's it for me guys. Right, I'll catch you soon. Bye.